Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your March 1st to the 15th, 2022 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. So looking into the scrying bowl right now, I'm just seeing chains breaking. So that's going to be a very important element during this reading. Something is like breaking free, or some sort of bond is breaking away. Okay, let's see here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, so there's a lot here. We have Temperance. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And the Seven of Cups. So there's definitely a fight going on that we're going to need to be acknowledging during this time. And it's all leading us towards harmony and towards balance. But there is something here that we're going to have to be dealing with. It brings us to prosperity. It brings us to success. It brings us to bounty. And it's something that we've really longed for. But we start off here with, and the repeat of the number 5, that's a changing number. That's a number that promotes change and has us, that also promotes freedom. So the breaking of the chains coming in, it makes a lot of sense. We have the Five of Wands. This is fighting for the sake of fighting. This can be just somebody who has no chill whatsoever. They fight, they argue, they have a sense of entitlement that we're going to be dealing with. There's a betrayal that we have dealt with. And that comes from the fighting that has been going on. And what we're going to see is that it broke our heart, yes. But now that we're naming it, now that we're addressing it, we're going to find that we're free instead of hiding from it. That's going to be very important during this time, not to hide from the pain, but to look at it and to say, okay, I see you, I see what's going on, and I'm not being held captive anymore, because the fear of it is what's holding us captive. It brings us to temperance. It brings us to a place of balance. And with the Two of Pentacles, because of what we're going through, it's like we're balancing everything, but we're not balanced ourselves because we have fear. And this is around money. There's a sense of, how much money is this going to cost? This could be a lawsuit that we're going through. This could be some sort of legal action that we're going through, or something at work where they're kind of holding our money over our head type of thing. We're bringing in the balance. There's something here. Everything should be resolved, okay? Because temperance is the Sagittarius time frame, and that's November to December. And I know that's a long way away, but it'll be here sooner than we know it. And that's going to be a time where we start seeing balance coming in, where we start seeing, okay, harmony coming, and we feel like we have our footing so much more. So it might take, a year, but what we're going to see here is that, well, the whole year of 2022, right? But what we're going to see here is that we're more in harmony with the way that we're moving forward than we were before. And that's a real key thing. The Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, we have choices. We have choices, we have dreams coming forward, but we also have the sense of prosperity and success and bounty and abundance leading us. And there's this full cycle when it comes to money, when it comes to our ideas of wealth, but also with security within the home and what we value as much as money coming in. So that's going to be a very big deal for us during this time, not only during this time, but as we're moving forward. So let's look at the energy that we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. the Three of Swords, heartbreak, pain, disappointment. There's something here where, again, we're just going to have to face that heartbreak and that pain. And we're not going, I feel very emotional during this because we're not going to want to. It's coming in as like, I don't want to go through this again. I don't want to face this pain. I don't want to be through this anymore. I want it all to be done. And we're going to have a tendency to want to, ostrich it, just put our heads in the sand and not look at the pain that we're going through, the hurt that we're going through, everything that we've been through. And what Spirit is saying here is like, no, it's really important to take out the swords, to not have that pain be what's dictating our whole entire life, because it can easily get to that position in our lives. So that's going to be something that we just need to be very much aware of during this time for ourselves, for those around us. So that's a big deal. Now let's look at our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. The I Am Presence. This is the crown chakra. What are we crowning ourselves with? Is it doubt, fear, negativity? Is it hope, positivity? And yet also, are we crowning ourselves with truth or with illusions and delusions? So that's going to be really important. Spirit is saying during this time, we're going to have a tendency not to want to look at the truth of things, not to want to look at things. And so here, Spirit is saying, no, look, see, understand, and crown yourself with your glory, crown yourself with your worth, your truth, your identity, and what you are discovering and becoming. It leads us then to our Goddess Oracle cards, the message from our angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Okay, so we have two. We have the Lovers and we have the Maya. So we're starting with the Maya. And this says, allow past mistakes to help you see through all illusions so you can understand and act upon what you know is real and what is false. I mean, that just is so powerful with the chains breaking, seen in the water, with the heartbreak, the pain, the disappointment that we're going through. This is a time where it's like, take off the mask and see what is really there. And the good, the bad, and the ugly, that's going to be important guides for us. Then we have the Lovers. With love, all things are possible. For love replaces your confusing doubts and weakening fears with faith in yourself and in others. So we need to know that love will guide us through this situation. And it got me choked up even reading it, where it's kind of like, is the love enough? And that's something that we're asking ourselves. Is my love enough? Is what I'm giving forward enough? And this reading, I mean, it's just hitting my heart in such a powerful way. So be aware of this, Aries. This makes me very emotional. This is a very emotional time for us. We're in Aries time, right? And this is a time that is just terribly impactful for us. So let's dive deeper and see what the cards have to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. So it's so interesting is that we have a celebration of success. We have earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer around us. And that's so funny because we're the ones, right? We're represented as the ones, but we have Taurus and Pisces, guarding us right here, right now. So if you have a Taurus or a Pisces in your life, water sign energies within your life, earth sign energies within your life, they're guarding us. So connecting with that energy is going to be so important because we're not in this alone, yet we can feel very much all by ourselves. There's a message coming through. There's a warrior coming in who you wouldn't think was a warrior. You would think this person is really laid back, really calm, but they're going to give you a message. They're going to give you insight and wisdom that has you looking at things very differently than the way you have seen it before, and starts to open up the door, open up our insight, open up our ideas. And it brings us to the Queen of Earth. And the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles, is this energy of ruling where we stand right now, of nurturing, of protecting, of, growing what is so important to us. And then we have victory coming forward, a sense of success, a sense of power, a sense of greater understanding. And it's kind of like, hold your head up high. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You've done nothing wrong. It's coming through very, very powerfully here. What we can be going through is the choices of others who seem to have more control over our reality than we do at times. So just being aware of this is going to be a game changer for us, because it's like, I'm taking back that power. I'm taking back that control. You don't get to be my voice. Then it leads us to go deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Prince of Cups, we have the King of Wands, we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Four of Cups coming in. So during this time, there's something about the institution. Now, this can go back to seeing those change, and Spirit talked about law, talked about, rules and the way things are. So this can be the court system. This can be, the institution of things. But what we're seeing here is that an option is moving us forward that we hadn't seen before. We're focusing on one way, and yet something else is coming in, and it's like, you didn't have to be so afraid. You didn't have to be so worried. And that's really going to be a blessing for us. And it's a sense of, I'm getting what I wish for. I'm getting what I deeply desire. And as that comes in, we're going to see that there's a child that frees us. And it doesn't have to necessarily be a child. It could be somebody with young energy. But there's a sense here of, I'm hearing, I'm seeing, I'm getting information from places and from different ways in my life that really start to open up the door. And as I see myself stepping forward in my energy, in what I desire, I'm seeing myself be freed. And that's going to be important for us. But there's a child energy here. And this can be an Aries born with a lot of Pisces in them, or on the cusp with Pisces. I don't know why Pisces is coming in so strongly here, but just know that it is. And if that acknowledgement, there we go, resonates with you, then completely embrace it. But there's a sense here of, I'm opening up my world and I'm opening up my heart. And as we do that, that's been a thing that's been a little tricky for us, because we have so much pain that we've been dealing with, that we've been addressing. And that moves us to being the king. That moves us to really stepping into our power, our insight, our ideas of what we desire, of where we need to be. But also we're going to see ourselves transformed. There is such strength in us that we haven't even acknowledged yet. There is such power in us that we haven't seen. And now we're opening up that door and we're saying, this is where I need to be. This is what I desire. This is what's, important for me, appropriate for me. This is what I want from my life. And as that door is open, we're going to really start to see ourselves in a new way, but also with new strength around us. So let's look here. Let's go deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Two of Pentacles. There is a reason we've been fighting for this balance to be in our lives again. And there is a reason that we have been standing our ground and knowing what we desire. There's almost a sense of, maybe I should just keep quiet. Maybe I shouldn't rock the boat coming in. And what Spirit's saying here is that, no, you have to stand up for yourself. You have to see what it is that you want and what it is that you desire. Because Aries, it sounds funny to say that we haven't wanted to rock the boat, because we're that warrior spirit. And so when we step into that warrior spirit, we're like, nothing can stop us. But there's a sense of, I don't know where this is going to take me. And I don't know if I'm going to lose what is most important to me during this time. So even if we have an Aries in our lives, standing up and fighting for what we desire, what is right, is going to be very important for us. And it moves us, again, it just makes me so emotional. It moves us to the Two of Pentacles. It moves us to a place of finally getting that balance, of acknowledging that we deserve to be balanced, as much as handling everything else, as much as, all the expectations put on our shoulders, as much as, work and home and school and yada, yada, yada keeps on coming upon us. We deserve to be balanced too. And that's what this time is about. It's about, I'm taking away that uncertainty. I'm taking away that fear. I'm owning what, I desire, what I want, where I'm headed. And nobody gets to keep me chained. And that's why we started off with breaking the chains, because we're breaking what has kept us, held back and denied. Now, it moves us to our subconscious energy. And our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the King of Pentacles. It is the sense of the rules and the regulations, and things have to be a certain way. So we're afraid for a reason. We're doubtful for a reason. And that's going to be important to acknowledge here. But there's also a sense of looking at the ways everything that everything is interconnected. And that's going to be what's holding us back. Right now, it's like, but I can see this happening and I can see that happening. And Spirit is saying, yes, of course, everything could happen. There's unquantifiable, unknowns out there. But to acknowledge and to embrace where we stand and who we are, that's going to be really important. And there can be somebody holding us back saying, well, you have to not be so emotional, or you have to think of all different ways. But it's kind of like, if I keep on thinking of all different ways, all different outcomes, it's almost like I'm driving myself insane, because anything could happen. And that is what's terrifying here. It moves us to our chakra energy, and that's the inner child. It's the heart chakra. Am I embracing, am I loving, am I connecting with the inner child? Am I opening up my arms and my heart and my soul to what is needed? And it's not only for our inner child, but it's also for that child that is showing us love and connection, that is showing us healing and abundance. It moves us then to our subconscious message. And this is resolute. If you do not resolve to be patient and endure tough times, success may appear to you to be always in the future or in another's power. And that, wasn't that heavy? Because that's exactly what they're saying here. If we do not resolve to be resolute, if we do not say, this is what I want, this is where I'm going, this is what's important to me, it's always as if somebody else holds our power, somebody else holds our place, somebody else holds all the cards, and we'll just live in that perpetual fear. And so that's very important for us, not to live in that fear, not to be, owned by that fear. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which begins with the Six of Cups. Now here I see childhood coming in. So it can be fears from childhood, but it's fears around a child, around the way things are growing, around the way things are becoming. I don't know if there's a custody battle here. And it's kind of like, we don't want to rock the boat because we don't want that person to see us, to come into harm's way with us. So just being mindful of this. This is saying, be smart, be secure, okay, be balanced. And if the person is unstable, really make sure you have people on your side. So here with the Six of Cups, things are coming in, and it's like, okay, I'm worried about the past. I'm worried that the past will repeat itself. I'm worried that things will be messy or ugly or this or that, and will be out of my control again. And it's almost like, that's why I keep on hearing again. Things are going to be out of my control again. Things are going to be happening to me again without me having a say. It then brings us to the Four of Air, the Four of Swords. We need to rest. It's so important. This has robbed us of a lot. This has given us a lot of worry, a lot of doubt, a lot of fear, a lot of chaos. And so here, there's a need to rest. There's a need to honor our story, honor everything that we've been through, everything that we've become, and just to kind of like slow things down. We're going to want things to happen instantaneously, quick. And Spirit's like, it's going to happen slowly. It is. And that's why we had the time frame, of Sagittarius, of, November 22nd to December 21st. It's going to take time. It just is. It brings us then to the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles, the money is imbalanced. And that's going to be something that is greatly looked at. The money is imbalanced. There hasn't been an equal sharing of responsibilities. And so that's going to be something that is going to be beneficial. And it isn't going to be like, I want this to be fair. It's like, okay, listen, if I'm shouldering all the responsibilities, then I'll take responsibility type of thing. So just being mindful of this. Or if we want things to be balanced, it's like, that's what we have to go for. We have to say what it is that we want. But again, we're so afraid that by speaking, and this could be, in any situation, but by speaking, we're going to have everything taken away from us. And it's almost like we're silencing ourselves because we're thinking, okay, the silence is better than the unknown, than the chaos that can come. And I can understand that completely. Fear comes in and plays a huge role in our lives. And so just acknowledging that we're going to need to make things balanced, we're going to need to get the harmony there is important. And then we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is that we're looking at the future. We're looking outside of our own little world, and we're seeing so much more. And it's almost like it's time. It's time. We've been so insular. It's been so chaotic. It's been so, overwhelming. Now it's time to focus on the way that we want to move forward and what we desire, and in the fact that we can hold the world and that there are doors opening to us. Are we going to take them? Or again, are we going to let fear dictate how we're moving forward and where we want to be. So that's a very important question that's coming up here. But remember, we're breaking the chains. And as we're breaking the chains, we're freeing ourselves. And this message is all about freedom. It is all about empowerment. But it is highly emotional. And that keeps on coming through time and time again. I mean, I was moved to tears many times during this reading. And it's because, it is so intense. It is so emotional for us. But we can't hide away. And hiding is not going to be the option here, Aries. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the intensity, not only of this time, but of ourselves, and as we let ourselves shine. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries.